series for sure. The Eastern Europe showdown. We've seen it so many times before, but the stakes could not be higher. This is single elimination playoffs here at EWC 25. Kazu, what do you think, buddy?
Oh, I'm excited for this matchup. These are two teams that can always clutch it out. We all know that Team Spirit are an incredible late game team, and I don't know why, but I love interviews with Silence. Sometimes I don't know like how to calibrate him. Like, is he trolling? Does he like really not believe? But you know, of course, talking about the high win rate of the Nature's Prophet, I will say I side with my fellow members on the panel. I like what Spirit have quite a lot. You have a lot of tempo against the Doom, which is nice. You have a great Aegis carrier as well with the Lesh, which is a big hard counter to the Doom as well. But for PVISION, we've seen them play a couple of these heroes before. The offlane Ogre, you're very good with the Auras, and they've played also the Doom with the Ogre combo before, you Bloodlust Satanic, so we're just in for a banger here.
Absolutely, and this, if you want to look at the carry matchup, you got Satanic, the self-proclaimed best carry in the world, versus Yatoro, which
the actual best carry in the world.
Many people believe to be the best, not only the best carry, but maybe even the best player of all time.
It is true.
At least of this generation. So a lot on the line in terms of ego, and of course Ducalis, I'm sure he's had a great meal beforehand, just ready to go.
We'll see if we get some more proclaimed bots after this series.
Yeah, true. As the bounties will come out, and yeah, let's talk a bit about the lineups overall. So the Doom carry, something we see from time to time. Satanic will be playing it for the PVISION side. You talked about how Spirit can potentially overwhelm the lineup of PVISION.
So Doom carry is definitely the hero's best role, and he is backed up with a lot of team fight and also the buff with the Bloodlust later, which does help a lot. So it's not something we can underestimate, but traditionally speaking, the way you counter this hero is with like a fast-paced carry and Aegis. So this is why PVISION, they also banned out the Shadow Fiend in the first phase, but they get themselves Beastmaster, Lesh, Nature's Prophet, fast heroes. You take over the map, you can take the Aegis and play ahead. So for PVISION, I'm really looking at them to try and do well with some of their lanes and look to play through No One, who for me has been, I would say at least in the early to mid game, by far their standout player.
Yeah, he's been an absolute beast for sure. We did talk about Ducalis earlier in terms of his appetite.
Yeah.
He's playing the Ringmaster, not a hero that's getting through as often as I was used to doing, like, what, a month or two ago? What's happened to this hero? Why are we not seeing it more often?
I mean, the hero, he was really damn good when he, like, first came out. Before receiving a couple of nerfs, they nerfed his little box, they nerfed his dagger a little bit, and I think there's also some stuff that changed in the meta. But in this game, quite good. They talk about it. It's good against the lasso, you have counterplay, it's good against the roars, because there is a lot of single target stuff, right? You can break the Rasta combos, and honestly, they play the Ringmaster really well. It's not a hero we see all that often, but he is very strong in the correct game.
Are you a fan of the other facet that we almost never see?
You mean the little bike?
The unicycle?
Yeah, I love the unicycle.
I do too, but we don't get to see it.
There was actually one game in like a scrim that I saw like a month ago, something who just bicycled like to the mid lane and just straight up got first blood after.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
was so
You
funny.
can cast spells on an enemy. It's only a matter of time before that becomes the facet of choices. Ducalis getting harassed out of lane a bit for the time being. Of course, talking so much about that, but he gets the whoopee cushion instead.
Yeah.
Very good one.
I mean, at least for the laning stage. So we have the Lesh mid against the Storm. I've seen this matchup quite a few times. So they both farm, but Lesh definitely has like the early pressure, especially if he does hit level 6 as well because of Storm. You kind of need that on No One. So we'll see what the supports can get going. What PVISION have nicely for them is that I would say their 3-man is pretty strong as well. With like the Storm, you have long range with the Willow and the Ringmaster that can follow up. But I got my eyes on this Yatoro Nature's Prophet. The stats of this hero are incredible. It was like, what, 22 and 4? Like, absolute insanity.
Yep. It's been one of the best heroes of the last year, and the fact that the facet that everybody was going for was literally deleted, and he still continued to be picked or banned in every game is kind of a testament to the body of the Nature's Prophet. You can see a lot of action here. Maposhka in a bit of trouble. He gets the shackle off, but this is an inevitable death for him. And first blood goes to 9 class on the Dark Willow. One of the best Dark Willow players in the game today is No One. Okay, that is a huge solo kill for Laurel. Under the cover of the tower, a lot of XP being lost here as well. That is a huge deal for Spirit.
Oh, that's back in the bottom, Yatoro.
Ignite. Sprout's going to get in a little bit of space, but the Bramble is going to connect as the shackle is going to slow them down from Maposhka. Gets the Ether Shock off as well. So lots of action early on, but really the big deal is that mid lane. No One at a bit of a deficit now.
Yeah, I didn't see the start of what happened there, but of course when you tower dive with the Edict, it fully ignores the tower. So once you get onto the Storm, Lara somehow squeezing in a kill there, which is a huge deal. He's level 5. No one did just now hit his own level 4. But into the offlane, you know, as Ducalis.
Whip onto 2, but Ducalis with 4 stacks of sticky napalm is going to drop inevitably. Collapse gets credit for that one. Satanic left to his own devices in a 1 versus 2. They can try to kite him though. He's going to pop his stick, still 6 stacks on top of him. The TP is coming in as Roof burning dies of his own accord, it seems. And Collapse now getting chased off by 9 class. Another nice Bramble. Collapse has to maneuver around. One more right click might do it. Nope. Needs an additional one, but he finds the distance, so Collapse just barely survives. And he has a Helm of the Iron Will on the way. That's going to be a huge pickup to be able to get some regen in lane. Oh, might be dead. Okay. Ducalis with the style kill. Very nicely done.
This tip I can respect. That's a good one.
Yeah, that was very well played.
To be fair, that's why you need to drop the alt shed line on Ringmaster. I know a clown when I see one. It's good old whoopee cushion blood grenade into the whip combo.
Man, already a lot of action in every single lane so far. And I mean, with the 6 minute, I know it's only a minute and 20 away, but this 6 minute power run is going to be extremely important. I assume that no one is going to have to start jungling here. He's not going to hit 6 beforehand.
Yeah, and they also have to play for the 50-50, as Ducalis are taking a lot of pressure from Bad Rider. Toro won't TP.
That is a very easy kill for Rue. Already level 4.5 on this Bat Rider.
Yeah, he's got
incredible start.
Incredible amount of X. I mean, the problem is post for Bat Rider, he is so strong on like the outskirt of the lane. Like usually where supports play, and it kind of determines who's stronger in the lane. And Bat Rider is usually the king of the jungle. As in the bot lane, how's this going so far? Is 9 class taking a shackle to the face?
Yep.
But should be okay.
Let's quickly, as we are in between action here, let's quickly talk about the Ogre Magi picked by DM. Very controversial, very polarizing hero, it seems. What are your thoughts on it?
Honestly, I kind of like it. I feel like when you get it in the lane against like a non-high kill lane, like Nature's Prophet doesn't kill you, he pressures you. Ogre is very good against this because he has high armor, high damage, high HP base region. And when you play against heroes that don't sustain very well, which Nature's Prophet doesn't, like you get your early level 3, you double level ignite them, you build the aura. So I'm a big fan of it, and I think people kind of sleep on Bloodlust as a spell. They have like 2 very good other cores, whereas no one.
Yeah, Firefly doing quite a bit of damage. Not going to be enough for a kill, but just making this annoying for no one to try to pick up that level 6. Finally does so. As Miposhka in the cover of the trees right now, only level 3 for himself, as Laurel with the Invis rune, first of the game. Sentry's placed, so they were definitely aware of this.
They're doing a very good job at damage controlling at the like when you lose mid, you don't want your mid player to be the one receiving the follow-up damage, so usually you will body him with the supports, which is what PVISION is doing here. You put Ducalis in the lane, you try to aggro the wave back, make it, you know, give more time to no one, take the pressure away from him. But Spirit still get about half HP off of the tower.
Now we're getting close to the 7-minute mark now. Objective-based gaming. Still, I mean, this is one thing. Obviously, he did get the kill on the Lesh, but without the Diabolic Edict pressuring the tower, that is one benefit to the side of PVISION. You don't have to lose that super early as you normally would.
It's only really Collapse on the Beast that can pressure the buildings early on. Where, let's see, 7-minute Wisdom Shrine, not too much pressure, as everyone is just pretty happy with what's going on. Both teams trading some stacks in the triangle, both mid laners are farming, you're getting some Wisdom Shrines on both teams, so, you know, a bit of a slowdown for the next, like, perhaps 1 minute until the active rune.
No one trying to catch up, has that Soul Ring working on the treads now, and then his counterpart in Laurel has the Arcane, going to be rushing a Blink Dagger, it seems.
I will say, with what happened, like, considering that was a solo kill, no one damage controlled pretty well.
Yeah, I was going to say, absolutely.
Like, it didn't really snowball, as Ducalis being...
Yeah, already 4 stacks of Sticky, but Satanic will make his way over. Self-proclaimed best carry in the world.
Of course.
Just going to call him that from now on.
Yeah, as you should. Good little D-word from Rue. I mean, I like what Rue is doing. I will say also for him, you know, he's like one of the more newer players, at least when you look at the 10 of this current match. He's doing a lot of good stuff. And a lot of the other games, I was very impressed with the Shadow Shaman. Here as well, playing aggressive, pressuring. Let's see, 8-minute rune. Who shall receive it?
Will be bottom as the first doom of the game comes out from Satanic, but he is a bit overwhelmed. Will have to run away in shame, as the knife will not connect for Ducalis. Yatoro did TP for this. I mean, that's big ultimate down as now Collapse can try to pressure this tower.
It's Doom down, and Collapse is like, this is one of the best creeps you can get early on, at least when you're looking to pressure. Get the little skelly boys, everyone gets more damage, so you're very happy as Ducalis. The job he was doing in mid, he's now trying to do in the top lane by delaying the push.
Yeah, the fact that no one has not fed over and over again.
Yeah, and only being down 300 net worth is honestly a big deal.
I have seen that transpire so many times after just the one death in the mid lane that I was kind of expecting it.
Yeah, you're there.
Class is going to run into Laurel and Miposhka. That's going to be an easy one for Laurel to pick up.
Hey, this is an absolute nightmare, and this is like one of the 2 reasons why I did like the Lesh pick a lot. It's really good against like single target BKB lineups, which I would say Doom is very important, but when you go in later, one Lesh with Edict and his ult running might just push you away. Roar.
It's off the roar, but the box comes out from Ducalis, but still, surround tactics are there. Collapse does have the Troll Summoners. Double TP now for PVISION. The zip in from no one. Going to the north. Rue actually finds a good amount of distance, but Collapse is who they want. That is the bigger kill. Ducalis gets off the Blood Grenade, and now the Brambles from 9 class are enough. No one claims the kill as 9 class again will drop to Laurel, which is a casual Diabolic Edict. No problem.
Just a little back-to-back for 9 classes. Rue's going to walk it off. But I like what PVISION are doing on them, and this just goes to show you how good teams understand what needs to happen. You take the first hit with Doom, but because Ducalis is behind him, you get to box him as we have a smoke.
No one hexed up. The Diabolic Edict again with the Pulse Nova. They know that the box was coming, so they'll take out the Ringmaster first. And no one, I mean, doesn't really have that much mana to speak of, but obviously with Miposhka's spells on cooldown, he's a little bit more confident.
These poor supports on PV. If you run into Lara, like you're just feeding him a little donation.
All right, he's been out here for quite a while. We'll get a nice D ward. Might cost him his life though. Bramble hits, down he goes.
Lifts him up. But also good early D warding from Spirit. This is the second ward we see Rue take out within, what, so the first 10 minutes? But PVISION, they do get to hold on their tier 1 tower in the safe lane. The problem is Larl is getting really, really close to his Blink Dagger. And then it's not that easy to save your front line, because Larl, he doesn't have to care about your front line. He can just jump straight in your back line on your supports. There's a couple of underwears are being picked up by both the teams.
Yep, the classic.
It's very good. If you look at PVISION, so there's a lot of spells, but then the way they need to finish you off is kind of no one. He has to like zip in, get you down, so being able to dodge his attacks, very good.
Collapse will be able to claim the tier 1 all by himself, it seems.
Yeah, as Spirit have a good read, they understand, okay, nobody is defending this tower, let's scan the gate. So Yatoro, we've casted Spirit a few times now, in every game you see Yatoro at least 3 or 4 times dodge like a smoke move.
Yes.
This guy, he's got the reads.
He is on another level for sure.
Which is why he is the best carry player.
You know, we meme about it. I actually really like that type of confidence coming after the state take. Because I've said maybe in the last year he might be the best carry during that stretch, but you know.
He's definitely up there.
He's been super good.
I mean, he's also, I think this guy's 17 years old, which is like, kind of insane.
Like 12 or 13, I think.
Yeah, he looks it, but you know, the thing is, in my opinion, you're not the best carry if you have to say you are. But no, it's 9 class.
9 class, the classic Diabolic Edict again. That's the third time for Laurel.
That's just one spell. I mean, yeah, Laurel is having a good game. We'll see if PVISION can find a way later on to stop this, because at least in the next like 10 to 15 minutes, I feel like he's going to continue to have this role. They're taking over the map. They're for now getting every active rune, and the first Roche as well. It should be theirs if things go according to plan.
Yep, as Laurel finally will be able to finish off that tier 1 mid, and we'll get an Arcane Rune as he has that Blink Dagger in tow, and the double Midas from PVISION. So this is all about ramping up and just being able to control. If you can defend and not lose too many objectives in the next 10 to 15 minutes, it's going to pay off, especially with, I mean, you talked about the Ogre Magi. I assume is going to be going for the Aura builds. That will certainly help.
Yeah, it just seems like the most normal build. You go to Midas, you get to start scaling yourself, then you go for the T-minus, the Crimson. Shard as well, pretty good in this game, like more barriers for you and your team. And you've kind of got the scale, I would say, on PVISION. You've got the Doom. You're going to be very strong with like all the Bloodlust being popped in and out. So for Spirit, the name of the game is to speed it up, keep high net worth going, and look for this first Roche, which is honest, it's quite simple for them. We've seen it, the massive Serpent Ward, maybe one Beastmaster, Lesh comes over, you get a free Aegis.
Yep, Rue, haven't seen the lasso as of yet. Blink Dagger will be the big purchase, of course. 1,000 into it now, so not too bad for the position 4.
That's the spirit.
And Satanic Radiance is next on the menu.
The good old classic build.
Tons of ramp up, but once you get there, it starts paying off pretty quickly. And yeah, will be the pipe of choice for DM.
Yeah, as the little multicast on his Midas. So DM very happy with the game stalling down. I mean, Yatoro's the one that's struggling a little bit. Of course, he's not too sad, but 5,300 net worth, like bottom of the pack. should change soon, as he is getting his Maelstrom rather soon in the game.
Yeah, he is a bit behind.
I mean, he didn't get too lucky on his neutral items. The Polywalk Charm, not really what you want on the Nature's Prophet.
I do feel like this is the hero that it's going to be top net worth at some point in the game. It's
kind of
Profit.
Yeah, it's kind of generally what happens, at least when you're snowballing, which for now, I would say PVISION are pretty happy with what's going on in the last couple minutes. Nothing really happened. You lost 9 class like once or twice. You're getting off a lot of stacks. You're ramping up with your double Midas. Active Rune will also go into the hands of no one. So let me see, what are Team Spirit waiting for? They are about to finish their level 2 Dominator on Collapse, so that's definitely a big deal. But it also means that Roche in 1 minute does go into the bottom side, which means we may see Spirit like swap the map, aka flip it. As we will have an Ancient Black Dragon for Collapse very shortly.
Yeah, that's a pretty big power spike for Team Spirit. And the question is, does that align enough with the rest of the lineup to be able to take some fights? Because you talked about how Yatoro's a little bit behind, and the Serpent Ward plays to farm from Aposhka. He's found out, though, by 9 Class and company. No one wants a little bit of action here. But Aposhka actually killed 9 Class has just been tying left, right, and center.
He's not having a good time.
Embarrassing ways, unfortunately, for him.
It's like the Wrath of Nature and the Serpent Ward is just like cleaning him out. But no one, he will be quite happy with the kill. Also, I don't know why I said that Roche would go into the bottom side. It's going to be nighttime and he will go top side, which means Collapse doesn't have to flip the map at all. He can just stay top and then they walk.
I was not listening, of course. Or
that's
I would
good.
Have corrected you.
Yeah, of course you would have corrected me because you know how Dota works.
15-minute Maelstrom from Yatoro. See if he can start ramping things up now as he works towards the eventual Mjolnir.
Yeah, absolutely should be able to.
This is a hero that it feels like you'll find the farm eventually. You can join the fights and still contribute.
Yeah.
If you want to take them early, which, I mean, typically Beastmaster is one of those heroes that wants to do that, as we're going to see the Roar. Speaking of which,
yeah, that's a freebie.
The Dragon as well. Ducalis easily cleaned up.
Okay, so they will lose a little bit of their overall outer skirt jungle, but I do like that PVISION. They did get a ward around the gate area. You can see the Ancients. Maybe later you can get Collapse on maybe a smoke. But here we should see the mid-game Roche coming out soon. It's gonna be a active rune timing soon, and it will kind of pair up with this Blink Dagger on Laurel, aka Rue. I'm misspeaking a lot at the moment.
Wasn't listening again.
That's good.
All right, this was the Roche attempt, as you were talking about.
Yeah. Seems to be a free one. Yeah, I don't see how...
Serpent Ward just allows this. As long as you have something else to aggro Roche just for a bit. Yeah. As Laurel will almost certainly be the one to take the Aegis, one of the best Aegis carriers in the game.
He's a really big threat for them to deal with. It's really not that easy. So that will be your Aegis, 60 minutes in the game, but all your tier 2s for PVISION are fully intact, which means now with the Aegis, with some of the timings coming out, also the drums for Collapse, so just more tempo, more speed. Should start seeing Spirit, tempo it up a bit.
Yeah, but Laurel has the regen rune. We'll be very happy about that as well, as Collapse has drums on the way.
Yep.
And this is a very good timing for him. He is extremely strong, along with Laurel. This 9 Class trying to defend. Of course, probably has some PTSD with some of the deaths that he's had this game.
Probably. I mean,
feels like one spell kills him consistently.
Probably won't see PVISION go for a straight up tier 2 defense. They want to look more to delay it, just like they did on the other tier 1s. Allow your heroes to farm, chill a bit, get the farm going, because you're not that close yet to the pipe. It will come out in a couple minutes. No one would also kind of like if he can squeeze into his BKB, and obviously Doom. If you would just get to farm and chill, you're very happy.
Yeah, but this is just a solo push for the Black Dragon. So tier 2 will eventually fall. Question is, can PVISION get a deny?
Wait, at least for now.
Like they will.
Yeah, this is a big deal. Because Spirit aren't getting too much done. I mean, you are getting a tier 2, which is nice, but I like the vision that PVISION have around the map. Both the Ancient sides, both in the top and the bottom.
Oh, they're actually leaving it. Interesting.
I guess they want to keep it available for now, but then it just gets backdoored.
Yeah, that creeps. That was an interesting choice.
Maybe didn't expect Collapse to keep some stuff, as Meposhka will place his own lane ward, so we see a lot of side lane pressure coming in.
Oh, Wrath of Nature does hit no one. Gives him a little love tap. Will zip away. Has another rune bottled for Laurel. He's going to blink in with the Diabolic Edict, but no one. Oh, he's getting lassoed on the high ground. Really well played from Rue. They read it like a book. 45 seconds now of no storm As Spirit, with that Aegis advantage, will continue to push. There's the pipe, though. That is a big one that we talked about for DM.
Very nicely done by Spirit. It's like a 1-2 punch. You go, you place the lane ward, you see them on the side, you go in, you bait the zip out. As PVISION, of course. Let's see if one of these wards will come into play, as they do see Yatoro TP into the enemy Ancients. Without no one, maybe not the easiest kill for now. You have to kind of get around onto Yatoro, but they are moving. So let's see if he can read it once again here.
I feel like we've seen this 1,000 times. Different sides of the map. Yatoro has the Mjolnir. Yep, he does it again.
Yep.
That's very orchestrated, very nicely done. Laurel goes for the blind blink. Not able to find any sort of connection, as Spirit sporting a 3K lead. Nothing crazy. It is against a Doom and an Ogre, both with Midases, so maybe slightly, it should be maybe a little bit more than that, all things considered equal.
I mean, considering that they have Aegis, they're still pretty happy. They are getting themselves another active rune, likely in 30. And you do have Rue with the blink as well that can take over the map. But we can tell a lot with the warding that Dota 2 used to be all about the mid control, which is, it's not as important anymore. Sure, it still matters, but you can see with all the wards that are coming out, side lanes are so important, because if you control one side lane, you will likely control the gate, which then allows you to go to the second one and just overall control the map. Whereas PVISION, they want to strike in the nighttime on one of the active runes.
Yeah, they get scanned out though.
They scanned the illusion, actually.
Oh, okay. And Team Spirit will take advantage of this and go for the old Tormentor. Shard to Rue, well, not the best.
If they take over the map more, it could be okay, because he can start sticking up like some of the towers, which is not too bad. And I'm gonna call out a couple of the greedy enchantments. Rue has one with the Tumbler's Toy, which means his Force Staff. He will have a pretty early timing.
Yeah.
And that's quite big, especially against Doom. Like, Doom wants to be able to like choose his own fights, so Bad Rider quite good. It was also the response pick in the draft for them. As a very aggressive, setting up the 21-minute Wisdom Shrine.
Indeed. Level 1 snakes for now from Aposhka. Lots of Essence Rings this game.
Yeah, quite good. Who are mainly getting? It's also on the Spirit side. It is, of course, very good against Doom, especially. Just up your HP pool while the Doom does come out. So Aposhka, just double Wisdom Shrine.
Now, only 20 seconds left on the Aegis, so it doesn't look like Team Spirit are looking for a fight at the moment.
I mean, Spirit, they are getting away with quite a lot. Sure, PVISION, they're getting like the gold and the net worth up, right? But you're dropping double Wisdom Shrine. You're losing, you lost a tier 2, you lost your outpost, you're taking damage on your secondary tier 2. So, I mean, we can quite obviously tell that PVISION are not yet looking to fight.
Yeah.
They're looking for the double BKB timing on Doomstorm, plus the Crimson and the pipe on DM.
Yeah, and this is the cool thing about teams that have played against each other a ton, is there's a lot of little metagames that you just think that we won't be able to recognize. And I mean, maybe a lot of times the team won't feel confident going late game, potentially, but seems PVISION A-okay, despite being down 7K at the moment. They have yet to align on their power spikes. I mean, we talked about how greedy their lineup is in general in terms of getting ramped up.
Another active rune smoke here.
Maposhka gets caught out in the river. Will be an easy cleanup for PVISION. That's all 5 of them in the area, though, as the Hurricane Pike now finished for Yatoro. Once he gets that BKB, and he'll be in fighting shape.
Spirit are pinging around the mid towers, just being ready in case PVISION did want to go push it further. But Tukalis wants to place a more aggressive ward. I mean, they are getting closer to their timings, which would then allow them to, of course, play aggressive. But I want to point out some of the itemization. You have a double Force Staff on Team Spirit, which is very good against PVISION's jump, because they rely on going on one guy. Like, zip in, go on the guy, pull him, follow up. So Force Staff is very good. But also the Nullifier. Close one by no one there. Quick reactions. You have a Nullifier on Collapse. We saw that yesterday. Against the Crimson Guards and also against the box save from Ringmaster.
Have we even seen the Crimson Guard? It's not built
no,
yet.
It's not complete yet, so the Nullifier
already countered.
Yeah, it's actually already just straight up counter, so not great news for PVISION, no one.
One lasso does connect this time. Split Earth on top, they don't even need the roar. So much CC for Spirit. And they are in pretty good control of the game right now, as they will attempt to probably poke the high ground. I don't know if they
could
fully commit. They do still have roar.
You can drop the ward.
Panic spotted. Nullifier's already applied to him. Terrorize being faked out by 9 class, gets the first crown off. And there is the Crimson.
It was very important for them to like have a more aggressive positioning to like body Miposhka away from the tier 3. Because if he drops his snake, I think they lose a lot of damage on this tier 3.
And they've shown the nullifier, so this is something that PVISION won't be surprised with now.
It's hard for them to deal with it. I really like this itemization. It's not normal. You see a non-blink beast like when you have such a good game, or even just like a nullifier that gets squeezed in like this, because yeah, DM losing a lot of value off of his hero.
I feel like this item is so crazy that it's going to become normal that this is just picked up literally every game.
I mean, you mean nullifier?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it's just
insane.
Like Dota and itemization, it's a lot about staying alive, right? Like kiting the fight out, and it counters all of this, like just straight up. No Force Staff, no Glimmer, no Solar, no Crimson Guard, whatever you have. Just having this takes like the ability away for the enemy team to save each other. So yeah, I just have to say I love this itemization.
This Team Spirit perhaps waiting for the next Roche, which we don't know the timer quite yet. Could be in the next 3 minutes or so.
Yeah, Rue is also, he's kind of scouting on one of these aggressive wards that they do have, so they know that 9 class is in the area. PVISION want to return the favor to get collapse.
Yeah, but the lasso, Shadow Realm does come out, but still taking a lot of damage is 9 class. A Terrorize right on top of Yatoro. He's taking the brunt of the damage. There's the Wheel of Wonder. He's going to look right into the eyes. Down goes Yatoro, and it looks like they'll find a third. Actually, sorry, that was the second for Team Spirit. So 9 class, as usual, will be perishing first, but his team does win this fight.
I mean, those are some much needed. This is a nightmare when you're a Nature's Prophet. You TP in for like for a pickoff, and it actually turns into like a bigger fight and you end up dying. And this is during the Roshan respawn. I mean, PVISION's Roche is sadly not the best for them, so I don't think they'll be able to squeeze it and like take it out in the meantime. But they can set up the area to allow themselves for an easier fight.
All right, well, DM has a shard now, so we'll get that fire shield, which I believe is also dispellable with.
Yeah, it's Nullify is a huge problem.
It really is. They're going to have to find a way to jump the Beastmaster.
They will take the tier 1, which is nice. I mean, another thing you can do, obviously, Nullifier goes only on one guy. Maybe the guy can survive during it, and then you pop the Crimson after. So they did lower the net worth deficit. It went from like, what, 9k to 5k. So good news for PVISION. Did also claim the enemy tier 1 tower, and both sides have a very identical ward when it comes to their own side of the high grounds around the Roche pit.
Yep, and I do believe a Roche off will occur once both teams are aware that Roche is up and running.
I mean, it should favor Spirit a little bit if like both teams are very stale, because you have Yatoro, he will just farm the map, he doesn't have to linger around the area. You're going to have beast summons, clear out some creeps here and there. As we have a lot of gauntlets picked up, yeah, like 3 in a row.
Wow. Okay.
That's just good damage. Helps out. They're all happy. They all get to hit. Yatoro, he does want his BKB. It's only 200 gold away before this Roche fight.
Yeah, that is going to be a big deal. As Laurel has a BKB of his own, of course, with the S and K, or K and S, depending on who you ask.
How about just Sanjayasha?
It's not Sanjayasha, it's Kaya Singh.
I thought you were talking about Mr. Satanic.
No, that's S and Y. Everyone knows that. It's not Y and S.
Y and S, very cool. Yeah, I think K and S, I like that more.
Okay, K and S. And Collapse, smoked up with a good portion of his team. Of course, like you talked about, the advantage of this, Yatoro can just continue to farm, TP in at any point. 9 class in the usual position to sacrifice his life for this potential smoke. Is walking away, though.
He's just trying to keep good range. He does, of course, have the Watcher. Watcher now being taken over, so they fully know that there is a smoke.
Oh, Satanic spotted. He is spotted. He's going to get lassoed. Pops the BKB, still brought to the arms of Yatoro, just out of reach, though. But now that's a big BKB down.
9 class.
And 9 class, the usual, will be dropping. BKB pop from Laurel. Now going to apply some pressure to DM, but had the pipe. Looks like Team Spirit will disengage for the time being. They get their usual target in 9 class. That's his 6th death of the game.
Yeah, Laurel is out of... No, he's not out of mana. He's actually on full mana. They did have to use his BKB and the lasso, so PVISION are currently looking for an attack here.
Yeah, he's right out in front. Buyback now from 9 class.
Nullifier.
Nullifier applied. No more fire shield for you. No one jumps in. Wheel of Wonder placed. It does get used properly onto the Beastmaster, who gets Doom right after the fact. No one pops the BKB, wants to finish the target. They'll be able to get the Doom eventually. Zips away just barely. It's a big terrorize from us. Onto one. They're going to get the Rasta as well as DM stuck inside the Sprout. Gets boxed up for the time being with the Crimson Guard. Will die eventually. Double kill for Satanic. It's a 2 for 2 if you count the buyback from 9 class. So no Primal Roar.
Just fully Doom was used, and so were the BKBs on PVISION side. Not sure if either of them will be able to just finish the Roach in the meantime, as Yatoro will use this time to get the Wisdom Shrine. A lot of Gale Guards, of course, as well in this game. It's a lot about surviving through the initial jump. And Rue will take the Greedy Enchantment one more time. Little 100 GPM bonus for him, very nice.
Thanks for the update.
You're welcome. I'll update you later when he gets the BKB Aghanims and takes over the game. We all know why it will happen. They did lose the ward, but before it died, they did spot out Rue here in the top side.
9 class.
Careful, my friend.
Well, they could go for him. They will. Lasso again. And Yatoro's like, yep, sure, I'll come. This is worth it. Even though I don't get the last hit.
I mean, there's a couple of bad support matchups, and Bad Rider versus Willow is definitely one of them. Like all the ground target stuff, your Phoenix, Bad Rider, Leshrax, it's not what you really want to play against.
Yeah, Lesh destroys this hero.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is
Which means
hard matchup for 9 class. I mean, like I said, one of the best Dark Willows in the game today. Not much he can do.
I mean, he's kind of taking the pressure away from his team. So, you know, if he dies, sure, whatever. He can just use his spells later anyway. And I like that PVISION are looking for a couple of Lotus Orbs. They do have one on the Clown already. So it's very good against, it's good against the Roar, good against the Rasa, good against the Lasso as well.
Roche still waiting to die.
I mean, PVISION have a very good ward behind the jungle as well that Autospirit are currently walking through.
This is going to be extremely fast. The Belch comes out, so PVISION are aware. Only have 2 members in the vicinity.
They're giving it.
The knife is coming. DM throwing out a casual ignite. And yeah, this will be Team Spirit's Aegis and Roche banner as Yatoro ready to fight. So he's the one to hold the Aegis this time around. He's about to finish his Orchid.
Yeah, they get
that BKB, he is ready to go.
They're getting some big stuff. You get the Aegis, you're going to get the BKB on Rue as well. You just got a gem on Mipochka, which means map for PVISION should shrink quite a bit here. And at the same time, you get this Orchid with the Aegis. I mean, they're pinging no one, but not the easiest kill. Like with this Aegis Orchid combo, it allows Yatoro to play very aggressive in the fight. Like he could even look to just TP into the backline. Orchid, one of the supports. I mean, of course, Ducalis, he does have a Lotus to save himself, but if he's getting stunned or anything, he will straight up die to him.
Will be an eventual Bloodthorn for Yatoro into, it looks like a Silver Edge. As the Tormentor again will go the way of Team Spirit. They only have 1 shard on their entire team, so this one goes to Collapse, so he gets the extra Hawk.
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's decent, especially in like a prolonged fight or whatever. You can force out some BKBs, or if the BKBs go down, it's pretty good.
I feel like the one that they would, I mean, I don't know if it was even possible actually, but Laurel probably has the best shard of the group, I would assume.
I mean, I would say Mipochka shard is nice, because then you can just like pop your Glimmer, you can pop your Gale Guard, your Lotus during the foul play.
Yeah,
maybe
true.
you survive longer against like the Storm.
Yeah, dependent for sure, but yeah.
Yeah.
There's a group up from Spirit, 3.5 minutes on the Aegis. See how much they can get out of it.
I do like that PVISION are like controlling areas. It's all what Dota is about, especially in the mid to late game. Because if you just allow Spirit to walk down a lane, drop down the Serpent Ward and the Beast Summons on a tier 3, you're going to be in a bit of trouble. So you need to make it like not easy for them to like take over these next areas.
Yeah, and Rue is going to be the biggest thorn in PVISION's side now.
Yeah.
Has the BKB, he's already been doing an amazing job without it.
And the other thing, if you're PVISION and you don't protect your wards or your areas, they will all die. Because Spirit, they're up AK gold, they will slowly and surely like push forward on the map, and they have a gem. So whatever you don't protect, of course, it will be cleansed.
I mean, this Lotus from 9 class absolutely could change a fight with the Lasso or the Roar.
And they have 2 of them. Like even if a guy gets lassoed, if you pop the Lotus on him, like sure, you don't dispel it, but maybe you dissuade Collapse from following up with a follow-up Roar, or you just dispel like the Sticky, whatever it is later, or you kind of make it hard for Mipochka to combo. It is very, very good pickups.
Collapse. I feel like he had the Blink Dagger as a second item queued up and has continually changed his mind.
Yeah,
now it's the 5th or 6th item.
Yeah, at this point you probably want to get it. Enemy team is only dodging you, but I like his other itemization. Of course, the Nullifier came in very clutch. Satanic haven't talked about him like too much in like the last 5 to 10 minutes, but top of the net worth with the Doom.
Yeah.
Yet to die in this game. Full Satanic.
Best carry.
Yeah.
Told you. Yep, he has his namesake like you said. And he has the Wolf Pack aura, so we'll be packing a punch. The Harpoon on top.
He
true
deals,
Doom carry.
Yeah, he deals a lot of damage. The Wolf aura, like you said, his innate as well. The only one that's higher level than him is Yatoro, so that's the only one it doesn't trigger against. But anyone else he hits, that's a bonus 25% damage onto them.
Now smoke from Spirit. Haven't really done that much with this Aegis. Feeling confident now, though, it seems.
They have 1.5 minutes left.
9 class, the typical. Actually does get the Shadow Realm off. The Lotus Orb applied as well, gets the Terrorize, but it matters not because Laurel hit W.
Oh,
Miposhka finds a nice Hex on the other side with the Shackle to follow. Yatoro TP's in as well. Has the right-click damage, absolutely. No one killed off. Huge kill for Spirit.
The first death, like, it was kind of like, okay, you lose 9 class, but you trade it out for Laurel's BKB, but Miposhka, good ward around the Wisdom Shrine, glimmers himself up, and just him and Yatoro, they take out no one.
Yeah, this is going to hurt. So tier 2 down in the mid lane now. Satanic actually kind of close. Does he want to jump in here? He's spotted out by the tree ants. Now suppression on the high ground. No one does have buyback. 9 class back up in 8 seconds. Roche's banner placed. The Satanic is going to get hexed inside of the Sprout. The Lotus Orb applied. The Split comes out. Lotus is going to be reflected. Thank Lotus, but they do have the damage. He gets on the Satanic the last moment. Now right-clicking to his heart's content. Laurel gets dropped as a result. And Yatoro trying to right-click with that BKB, focusing on DM. The Fire Shield doing so much. Yatoro's going to have to back away. Now Miposhka getting gone on by no one. Will be dropped as a result. So 70 seconds on the deck for Laurel. The rest of Spirit are trying to get the hell out. Miposhka, just inevitable for him as well. So 2 dead for Spirit. The buyback, of course, forced out from no one.
That was a huge hold and very, very close.
That's Satanic usage.
He lived with like 200. I mean, he hits really hard. When he hits anyone that's lower level than him, he healed to like more than half HP immediately.
I mean, if he didn't have SNY, he dies 100%.
Oh, for sure.
Status resist definitely saved him.
Even like the small stuff. Sure, the box gets dispelled and everything, but it's still like a 0.1 sec. I'm sure there's also uphill misses coming in here from Yatoro.
And the reflected Lotus, or the reflected lasso rather.
Whoa.
Man, that was as close as it gets. Even the roar expended on top, and just not enough from Spirit. And this was a huge hold for PVISION. Of course, like we said, did cost the buyback for no one.
Yeah, still
but well worth.
Yeah, very important. You get to hold against this Aegis and against the draft where you kind of know you will be behind against Team Spirit. Like with a lot of the tempo that they have going in this game, it's no surprise. And Satanic living through this, more levels, more net worth being given his way. The only player who has yet to die in this game.
Yeah, no one finally going to be opting for a Lincoln Sphere, it seems.
Yeah, Lotus and Lincolns are really good in this game.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, just trying to even get rid of a Lincoln's with, I mean, what would you even use? Like Ether Shock? Like it takes time.
It's annoying.
You pretty much like have to use a Hex, which is instant, but that's a big spell to
You're
be
probably
down.
going to have to expand the Bloodthorn on Yatoro. Maybe like Blink Lightning Storm on Laurel.
Or Force Staff, potentially.
Yeah, it's hard for like a Rasa to do it without Blink, without Force, like just jumping. You're basically asking to die.
Well, that's what his innate's for, you know?
Well, I guess so.
All right, another grouping from Spirit. Want to force the issue a bit.
You get a couple of OD staffs into the game here with the tier 4 items being popped out.
Is anybody keeping the greed with tier 4?
Let's have a look.
Really interested to know.
Well, Dark, Mr. 9 class, he knows. He's holding on to it at least for now.
Yeah, because he's in the fountain half the game.
He's dead half the game, so it's very good for him.
He needs that badly. PVISION, smoke. Satanic, 6-0-3 right now on this Doom.
This is a very common smoke. Active rune smokes usually will hit. But
Satanic actually blinks in with the Lotus applied.
Ooh, but it is an amplified damage rune.
Boy.
I think you let Satanic bottle this one, don't you?
Arguable, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Good on no one as well, but yeah, he will.
Not like DD with the innate, and Satanic is already like higher level than nearly everyone apart from Yatoro. if he gets to hit, you are dying real fast.
Yeah, you have to worry a bit about the bottom side of your base, though. I mean, that's a lot of damage to that tier 3. The Golem does eventually fall as the Boots of Bearing picked up for Collapse. This game just got so much trickier for Spirit with all these Lotuses. I mean, the fact that Lotus kind of looks like the Fire Shield,
That's
like
true.
at first glance, that's
I mean,
a tough one.
you're going to get a lot of spells reflected in this game, and there's no way around it. I mean, a lot of the times you have to do it anyway. They did try in the last fight, of course, on Satanic.
He actually used the damage rune.
Yeah, he used it when he TP'd in. Maybe he thought like, okay, I need like my harpoon, otherwise it's hard to fight. So, Spirit get to live through the amplified damage for now. And I like the Boots of Bearing. It's a lot about like kiting the Doom, kiting the early BKBs. So trying to run away from that and get to kite it out, very important.
Laurel jumped on by Satanic. Doom applied. Well, but the BKB allows him to not be harpooned back, so he's just going to walk away. That's a big spell down now for PVISION.
Yeah, Doom for BKB, so there is definitely a time where they have it as Yatoro TPs in nearly straight on top of no one. Man, Yatoro, he loves this item. Like Silver Edge, just giving you more mobility and also like just more threat on the map. He uses it incredibly well.
Yeah, the fact that you can TP within it is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
The Serpent Ward is placed. And the Reflected Fire Blast to DM. And this Barrett, I mean, Barrett's taking a lot of damage. The lasso onto DM. He's taking a ton of damage. The Nullifier applied. He's very squishy as a result. Down goes the Ogre Magi, and he does not have buyback. This is a 5 versus 4 in favor of Spirit.
Oh,
I think this is maybe a Roche play then. Because you don't have the Rost Award anyway.
It does look like it, as it will hop back to the Radiant side. I mean, this game will be all about like the first 2 to 3 seconds of a team fight. Because if you're Perivision, Spirit's itemization, you have Bloodthorn Nullifier. It's like the most deadly double item combo because you're not going to be saved. You're going to take bonus damage. He's already pre-damaging him.
Yeah, that's good. Good play.
Go Pulse Nova it up.
They don't have a techie, so that's the best they can come up with.
Yeah. You could start sticking him and everything, but Roshan will, of course, die very quickly with the Bloodthorn available.
All right, so this is Refresher Shard Roche, as he belches directly in the face of Yatoro, who just brushes it off because he is 6-slotted and is an absolute beast now.
And so now the question is, do you give it to Miposhka and you let him double ward, or do you double lasso? As they have different ideas. True?
Yeah, the lasso initiation, 9 class, the usual target.
Freebie.
Gets hexed, gets killed. He does have buyback here, as DM actually got his buyback during this death timer.
Oh, they also got the gem back from this kill on 9 class, so all of the earlier feeds didn't really matter too much, but giving back the gem, that certainly does matter. Level 26 now on Yatoro as well.
I mean, it's not the old Nature's Prophet with the big tree.
I mean, that was so disgusting.
That was in the game for about 3 patches longer than I thought it would be.
It was so long in the game that people knew that the moment Nature's Prophet was like 24, okay guys, we need Midas, Dagon, Helm of Dominator.
Yeah.
You go AFK at the racks now.
Dagon has never seen so much use in the history of Dota. It's collapsed. And it looks like they'll be able to get the range barracks relatively easily. The rest of the creeps cleaned up though. Range rack's not too big of a deal at the moment. I mean, even the melee, I would say at this stage of the game, not that big of a deal.
No, it doesn't matter too much, but of course it is like a small build-up. The problem is if you're PVISION, you have to be very scared on the map, because if there's any split second where you get lassoed back into a Hex, a Bloodthorn Nullifier, like you will straight up die. And in the meantime, Yatoro, he can just vacuum the whole map, because he can play with zero pressure, whereas PVISION, they kind of need to hug each other quite a lot.
Yeah, that's a Daedalus in the backpack of Yatoro, by the way. And he's going to be going for Lincoln Sphere. I don't know what he's backpacking, like the BKB back into the backpack,
yeah,
Lincoln Sphere in or something. I
think that's what you can do. You could also like Silver Edge into the fight and swap it out before you feel like you're getting out of it, put in the Daedalus. Mr. Satanic did lose his courier, so he will not have, what is that, Swift Link, that he won't have for a bit. It matters, but not a crazy big deal. Does have his own 25 talents, so of course.
Is it time for him to get his own nullifier, take apart the Radiance? I feel like the Radiance is dropping off at this point.
Yeah, it would be good. I mean, yeah, he has problems sticking on top of people, so...
And the smoke, they trying to lead the way. They find the Storm Spirit, though, on the cliff. He gets destroyed. No one is dead, but the Doom onto Laura on the cliff as well. Wheel of Wonder coming out doing nothing because of the BKBs.
Reflected Ward.
Yep, that's going to be a lot of damage. The box saving Doom for the time being. Still a lot of trouble. Lotus reflects the Bat Rider ult, but it matters not. That's a buyback now for the Doom.
No one got buyback now.
DM, getting extremely low, will die inside of the Sprout. Meanwhile, the Whip being used, but Now this is the surround tactics on the Ringmaster. Decallis dies. Satanic back into the fray after the buyback. They get the Aegis, trying to focus on the Rasta War, but the Hex now applied into the Shackles. They have a break, they do. They cancel out Miposhka. Satanic, he's in a lot of trouble inside. He gets a force step to the other side, trying to run away, but that's a dieback for the Doom. Satanic is down and out. But the rest of PVISION trying to clean up in the meantime.
Yatoro's coming back.
9 class gonna be dying again. Yatoro into the fountain. We're watching him in the fountain still.
He's coming back.
Get his TP out. Nullifier applied. On top of the Ogre Magi, and that is the right-click damage from afar. The Hex, though, gonna bide some time for Yatoro as no one. He's gonna get shackled.
Oh.
He's in a lot of trouble now.
It's a full shackle.
It's gonna be the death of no one as well. No way to get back into the game as DM gonna be surrounded. Gets the roar off from the collapse side. He's gonna be surrounded eventually as Yatoro using the TP. Another death for PVISION as GG's come out. And Team Spirit take game one. If they lose this, they are out of the tournament.
Yep.
I think we were both coming into this expecting this to go 3. Tell me why that is correct.
Tell you why that is correct. So, compared to game 1, I like PVISION's draft a lot more in this game. I do think you have a lot of good combos that you can play around. But it depends a lot on a couple of things. If Spirit get to run you over or fight every time they have global, I feel like the PVISION side could struggle a bit because they rely on the DP, they rely on the Dazzle. You need to keep no one at the front, keep him topped up, but that can be quite hard to do against the Global Silence, but I like all of the other things that they have going as well. Disruptor, pretty good against the Primal Beast, and I would say this time around also, PVISION's lanes are better. So they are more equipped for a better game here.
All right, I haven't gotten to cast the Collapse Primal Beast in quite some time, so take me through the gameplay of this hero.
So you land pretty well.
He went for the Ferocity facet, which I assume is the norm.
Yeah, it's pretty much the norm. We saw Melreen yesterday. I feel like he kind of 1v5 the game on his Primal Beast. He did play it from the mid, but you know the hero, you want to like play aggressive in the lane. You're going to get your Phase Boots, your Blade Mail, probably a BKB or a Blink, which, yeah, they might want with the Global Silence. And you're very mobile. You like going mid, you know, like rotating to maybe your Queen of Pain, TPing to the safe lane. So it's important for PVISION, for PVISION. How do they get off to a start with the Disruptor? Because the cage is quite good. DM, Poison Touch.
Yeah, that is a scary spell. Shackle now onto Miposhka. Dealing some damage to him as DM is the core that's going to be the lowest in this overall engagement, so he'll have to trickle away. But yeah, Poison Touch not something you can ignore. As mid lane, no one on the DP versus Laurel's Queen of Pain. So Death Prophet, I'm gonna again sound like a broken record, Kenzu. This hero, to me, has felt quite underwhelming at times. Why is it good this game for PVISION?
I overall feel like this hero is underrated. Like, this hero is good. You had a lot of buffs to Crypt Swarm where it deals like 100 damage level 1. Like, you need not maybe a specialist, but a lot of mid players don't really want to play this hero because it's not flashy. And mid players, we all know them, they have high ego. They want to be on the flashy guys.
That's true.
But this game, you want this front line. Like, if you don't die to like the Finger of Death Sonic Wave combo, you can really break a lot of the Spirit's heroes because they need to be able to move forward in the fight like the Primal Beast. So him backed up with a lot of the team fight. I really like this Death Prophet pick. I would say it was one of the better ones. I would have liked Kunkka, but Spirit did ban that one out. So they look for the next best one.
Collapse getting harassed a bit in this bot lane. Satanic playing the position 1 Doom again. And Yatoro playing the position 1 Nature's Prophet again. So we get a repeat of the quote-unquote best carries in the game today.
Yeah, of course they both believe in themselves. I mean, there was nothing wrong with the Satanic Doom. I feel like there was nothing wrong with either of the heroes other than maybe the pacing around them in favor of Yatoro, of course, in the last game.
Yeah, I feel like the Nature's Prophet, you give him enough time, he's just going to get over-farmed. He was 7 slotted by the end of the game. His Collapse again, taking heavy damage, but Decallis doesn't have too much mana to follow it up with.
I mean, yeah, but we'll have to see like how it goes, because last game, I think Satanic just didn't have the easiest time to like get himself in the game. Of course, he was doing really well when it comes to the network. I mean, what I have my eyes on right now, or what's coming to my eyes, is that no one CS in the mid lane. He's destroying Laurel right now.
Oh, wow.
14-4 to 6-0.
Yeah.
You're supposed to win this lane, but this is, he's mad from game 1 for sure.
Goodness. And he will definitely have to have a big impact on this game to be able to force it to game 3. Yeah, that is a pretty significant lead early on. As Laurel, what kind of a build is he going for in this mid lane? It's going to be, so he actually goes for the 2 in Shadow Strike.
Yeah, it kind of seems like the best build. I mean, we've seen a couple of games where you go just the max Scream of Pain with the Blink. I believe it was maybe, was it Kiyotaka who did it, or maybe GPK yesterday, but in most lanes you want to go for the dagger.
And of course, no one can just heal up with the Spirit Siphon.
Yeah, as he will here. As Jenkins talked about, you don't really want to use it on the co-op, of course, Laurel. He'll just blink away, but this just makes it very easy for no one to sustain through the lane. And him hitting 6 earlier is going to allow them to play through, get that early pressure. And like DP is also good against Silencer because you just kind of, like if you get to pop your Exo and just run in, Global won't really do that much. So Spirit, they want to look more for like their own attack, start the fight on him, and don't allow PVISION to have their own start to the fight.
Yeah, that's true. And we look at the top lane, DM playing the off lane Dazzle. This hero, when it was initially changed for the bazillionth time,
the Nuffle projector
was the mid lane. It was a mid lane god and a carry. Actually played basically
you could play him anywhere. Yeah,
he
was so
completely
strong.
overpowered, but now nerfed to a good degree. Is this so off lane is pretty? Is that the only role that you can play this hero in?
You can play it 3 and 5. Those are like the 2 ways you flex it because you also have 2 different facets, like one aggressive one, one defensive one. But I like it most in the off lane. It relies a lot on just what you can play around in your own draft, which he has a couple heroes that, of course, will go in for him. The Doom, the DP from No One we talked about. So he should be doing well, but there's some core matchups and Global Silence that you do not enjoy because Global, it does silence your Nuffle projection as well. Basically, anything else doesn't target it, but Global does work.
Yeah, that is a counter. Nice impale from Rue. In mid lane, we talked about it being a huge disadvantage for Lara. Well, he's kind of caught up. 21-0 versus the 25-4, so ends up pretty much evening the matchup.
Yeah, at least for now. So they're about the same XP. One thing that matters also for Spirit is that there haven't been any deaths yet, because with this fast set on DP, you can make your first Exo like really, really strong if there's just any deaths all around. Doesn't matter if it's your teammates or the enemies. As yeah, level 5 on Quap is quite a strong timing with the level 3 dagger spam.
And 6-minute power rune in the next minute. Which team do you think has the advantage in terms of the supports that could help out?
Honestly, for me, it might just be about who hits level 6 first, because we're going to see all the supports come to mid lane. The thing that Spirit have also is you could even, like, if you just walk over and, like, posture with collapse on the Primal, the hero's very mobile. Suddenly he can be on top of you. They also have Nature's Prophet, which is a huge X factor when you play DP, because he can just TP at any time, and, you know, it could just be the difference maker with 100 damage, 150 damage, whatever it may be. So if you're PVISION, gotta be careful fighting in that water river.
Rue already setting up for the Spirit side.
Yeah,
this will be a very, very important rune.
He did already walk over to mid, and we saw him drop a sentry on the right side, which this is like some new meta stuff where mid laners, when we look at the ward that no one plays, it's very hard to de-ward this, because usually the supports, they will come mid, they cleanse the left side, they cleanse the right side with 2 sentries. So this one, hard to be taken away as Spirit. Got a 3-on-3 action here. Both mids are level 6.
Yeah, 9 class trying to get in position to go on top of Laurel. Could get glimpsed back. He will get shackled. He's all alone and he's dead. First blood to no one. A really good setup for PVISION, and they're going to get the regen rune on the bottom side.
That was really nice execution. You just walk in, you shackle him up, he gets glimpsed back, and yeah, he's just dead from full to 0. So it means first Exo, first siege creep. This is a absolutely big play from them. And he gets a regen rune. Yeah, so this is
very nice.
Very good start for them.
A better start now. As the TP in eventually from Laurel, so they should be able to defend this tower, but that is heavy damage. Probably don't even need the next Exo to be able to claim it.
It doesn't mean the tower did go into deny range on the mid lane. I wonder if Spirit want to take this out. Well, you might leave it until like the next Exo comes closer and then you take it away. But this also matters. When you kill the enemy mid laner, they have to TP back, and it's a Wisdom Shrine timing now, so no one just walks over to bottom because they cannot have Laurel yet. He has to walk over.
Yeah, good call us. Very good position to get a glimpse off if they want. The trample upon the Rasta for now. Nice kinetic field blocking out Miposhka. Satanic inside of that Wisdom Shrine trying to fight it out versus Yatoro and Miposhka. Rue's going to make his way over as well. Has the impale very shortly.
Lotus.
Satanic super low now. He's going to get impaled the last moment. Yatoro and company take him out. It's going to be at the cost of his life as Laurel with the Sonic Wave. A big fight for the Wisdom Shrine is known with the Spirit Siphon upon Laurel, but Laurel is super healthy for the time being. He's just going to try to right-click his way out of this. As Rue in a 1v1 support battle for his life. Cryptstorm not going to hit him. Laurel claims the kill as a double kill for Ducalis thanks to the glimpse, and Laurel looking to finish the job on the last support. And the trample, they're not even needed. The onslaught for Collapse finishes the job. I don't even know who got the Wisdom Strike.
I think it was it? I actually don't even know. I think they traded 1-for-1. I believe Lau ended up getting it down there as...
Yatoro in some trouble. The Northrop projection is going to be a bit of a trouble inside of that Sprout.
Hex.
Attempting a TP, but gets hexed. And it has to right-click his way out of it. It's not going to happen as DM. Okay, Shadow Wave keeps him healthy. These teams really like to wait till the last moment.
Yeah. No, but this is also why, like, some of the plays, you can't always judge them for what happens like in the moment. Because it's like, okay, it's a trade, but then now you TP top on your Toro, they immediately punish you because there's no TPs available. People had to like walk here, do this, in the meantime Collapse getting pressured.
And Pulverize first of the game, but Collapse is the one taking heavy damage. Thunderstrike does end, he actually walks back and ticks out to the Scorched Earth. Meanwhile, bottom, DM will tumble to Yatoro.
I mean, there's just endless pressure. Like once the snowball starts where people don't have their TP available, you can make so many plays on the map. So we've got a lot of aggression, but yeah, definitely favoring the PVISION side. Anything chaotic against a silencer draft is great. This hero wants to play slow, methodical, wait for your global, take some nice fights with that. So no one being top net worth, absolutely huge, because he's the hero that they will play through. He's the guy that they want to be in the front with the tankiness, lead all the plays, be the body for the glimpse to give him the vision, be the body for the dazzle.
You like saying body, that's for sure.
I do.
PVISION. Yeah, they're in pretty good position right now. Top 3 net worths in the game on their side. And Satanic looking for the first Doom of the game. He's going to get Pulverized first into the Impale with the Trample to follow. That's a big kill for Collapse and company. So you can see the Trample enormous now. Thanks to that fast, it gets glimpsed back into the kinetic field. No one with the Exo. That's a lot of juicy, big, fat spirits surrounding them. Look at that.
Look at those, all the dead heroes.
The Primal Beast is enormous, even in Exo form, it seems. Scales properly.
This is a very, very strong exorcism. It should allow them to take this tower as well. So another good punch here for the PVISION side. Not sure you really defend this. Spirit, at least, they want to be around. They want to delay it. You never want to give up anything for free. You need to make your enemies fight for it. Might even be enough with just putting your bodies here and all around to also help.
You really like saying bodies.
I said it again? I didn't even realize.
You know who has the best body in this game is Nature's Prophet. That's why he's the best in ability draft.
Yeah, very important.
Just an FYI for all the 10 ability draft players out there.
Appreciate that comment.
Gonzalez, level 6 now, has the Static Storm at the ready. Miposhka, though, you can see on the other side, level 5, so no global yet.
I think I'm just sad that the body bag team is out of the tournament. I think that's the problem.
They went out in a body bag, for sure.
They did.
Unfortunately for them, there was no bottom bracket.
That's true.
To actually take part in.
Really would have been nice for them.
So I do want to talk quickly about the Dazzle item build. It's going to be Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah.
Already has the urn, so talk to me about the itemization for this hero.
It's just like the Ags helps you so much with more heals, more aggressiveness. It also bounces off of your enemies. You just farm more. So it's very good. That's usually what you go for. He will need a couple of defensive items because you should be looking at potentially counterplaying the global. So maybe a Lotus Orb could be in the works later. Then Octarine is nearly always core. Same with Force Staff and everything else. So just some defensiveness so he can cast his spells. It's kind of the name of the game for our friend DM here. Got some stack farming. The game, you know, you had to take a slight chill pill for both teams because you need the supports to be 6. Runa has the finger. You need this global silence on Team Spirit. It is so important. It's like the most important spell, which is why they're allowing Miposhka to chill in the mid lane for a little bit.
Dire structures are fortified.
Yeah, Collapse is going to be opting for the Blink Dagger first, no big surprise, and I can almost guarantee you it will be a BKB afterwards.
Yeah, they need him to have Blink, right? Especially when you have Silencer. Like, Global should be treated more like a BKB, right? Because enemies can't use spells, so you're basically immune. You just jump in, you use the Global Silence, Silencer is happy, you're happy. He also has the Cobalt Cup on Primal Beast, which is great. You don't just move faster, you deal more damage with the Trample. Everyone's happy.
Toro putting his body on the line here. Serpent Ward placed, and there's another projection from the Dazzle, and that is going to be a really easy kill for the side of PVISION. Very nicely played.
Yeah, good setup there. Nineclass just finding a nice angle through the fog there. They're controlling the Watcher up top. He abuses the tree line. Very nice. And also here, no one. First item, Yule Scepter. I like this more than the Aghanims, because all he has to do is not die from full to 0. So you can maybe, unless you get hexed, this is basically the only instant lockdown until the blink comes out from Collapse. So I like it a lot.
Also good against the Pulverize if he doesn't have the BKB.
And of course, during the global silence, if you're not instant stun, you can lift yourself up. So like this itemization a lot. Satanic doing what he does in every Doom game. Midas, Radiance, get the Wolf Aura, keep farming it up.
Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't notice when he got the Wolf Aura last game. Is it pretty early they want to get it? Because I figured that there would be some more beneficial things to
It helps you farm the most, so it's kind of the best. He had the Harpy creep in the laning stage. I mean, that's the most OP then for sure. Because you're not the blink stunner.
Yeah.
Ice armor can be fine if you fight a lot, but he's a carry. He wants gold. He wants damage.
All right, fair enough. Smoke from Team Spirit, looking to use their first global silence of the game. You can see that nobody's even remotely in this vicinity, so maybe they go through the gate though, or put some wards down. There is the 14-minute Wisdom Shrines coming up as well, so maybe they, it looks like they're going to opt for that.
And you can tell that both teams are setting up for it, because 9class is already down in the bottom lane doing basically the same thing. Let's see if DM can sniff this out. Does he have the Yatoro Spidey sense or not?
Skellies, okay. Fail to start things out. Finger of Death into the Sonic Wave, but the Grave just in time. And now the Static Storm to hold him in place. Ducalis, it's not going to be enough. DM does fall in the end. As no one and Satanic showing up. This is not what Spirit signed up for. The Yule's cancellation, so the two supports will drop. As on the other side, 9class. Oh, he was looking to get the Wisdom Shrine. Collapse is going to be there, though. Yes, the ward was played. That's quite a bit of damage. As Yatoro coming in to help out, so 9class eventually will fall. Can he get the deny? No. Now they're going to get some nice gold out of the Serpent Ward.
This ward is so funny.
It's basically like two heroes in one.
I mean, I'm glad it gives a lot of gold, because this thing is like 2v1ing them.
It really is. 264 gold. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, 9class, I like the play. You're trying to like abuse the fact that your team is making some pressure on the opposite side of the map. I mean, PVISION are happy with the kills that they did get, but they also had to use the Exorcism.
It was another trade with the Wisdom Shrines. Very even game so far. 2K lead with a Doom on your team. I'd say that's even.
Yeah, I would say so.
And when it comes to Roche play, do you have a team that you feel like has the advantage?
PVISION. Yeah,
PVISION. Okay.
Nearly any time you have a Rasta on one side, that helps a lot, and also Exorcism. Usually, when you get level 2 Exo, it's like around the time where you want to go Roche, which means for no one, he's like 11 and a quarter. So very likely in this nighttime, PVISION will look to force that one into a fight.
Looks like no one is also opting for the Aghanim Scepter, so both him and DM be their first main items.
It's a good tankiness for the two of them, of course, and it allows you to like farm up more on the Death Prophet, just get more tanky, because it is kind of the name of the game. Survive the initial burst of the fight and through the global silence.
So with this Dazzle Ag, I mean, initially when this hero came, I know that this is an offlaner and not a carry or a mid, but we would see some eventual right-click items come out because of the attack that it applies.
Yeah, but so the thing is also the hero lost the level 15 talent that used to give you attack speed, which is quite good. Then they nerfed the ult, so now you have like an ult duration talent and I think a bonus heal talent. So you're more about the utility. So Holy Locket is currently on the board for him, which is quite good. Of course it got nerfed, but it's still great for what Dazzle does. Active Rune once more.
No one gets the Arcane. Instant global silence. And Laurel coming in, trying to finish the job onto the Rasta. Maposhka thinking better of it. And now the Doom applied to Collapse. He is done for. So it ends up being a 1-for-1 in favor of PVISION. And the global silence being down means you could just go straight to Roche. And the Exo will be used to secure it.
Yeah, and that's an Arcane Rune Exorcism. And the Yule's coming in clutch. Not just for himself against the global, but during the global, like you said, Pulverize immediately put a stop to it. So yeah, no one having a great game. 6-1-3 on the DP here as we see good old Roche taking a death, giving away the Aegis.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, oh my, they're going to find another connection onto Yatoro. That is a big kill on top of the Roche.
Yeah, 9class, he's absolutely owning this game. He had a hard one last time around.
Just pick me any other support.
He's like, please, Astini, no Dark Willow.
Pick me the best support in the game, perhaps.
Astini was like, sure, brother, you got that one.
Pulverize in the top lane. Static Storm immediately cancels, and this is on the Aegis target anyway. So
they can't do anything.
Absolutely not. Spirit Siphon applied to Collapse, and Ducalis.
He's trying to dodge out.
Yep, gets the glimpse off the Yules to cancel the onslaught, and this is going to be an eventual tick out, you would think, for Collapse. Staying alive thanks to the uproar. Yeah, trying. Oh, he actually does find the Fog of War into Blink, so we'll somehow get away.
All right, nice little moves by him around the tree line. It was literally the only way he could survive. He tried to fake out the glimpse a couple of times, was successful. Let's see, 5k lead here for the good old PVISION side, and they had a ward, which means they saw Rue. Ooh.
Yeah,
He dead.
Will be a nice support kill for the side of PVISION again. Can't quite get the Tormentor. That would have been perfect timing. Still 2 minutes away.
No, gotta wait for a bit for that, but they're quite happy with a 6k lead at this point.
Yeah, for sure. No one 300 from his Ags.
Yeah, you've got Aegis on him, Shield Rune on DM, and an Essence Ring onto no one. So a lot of tankiness, and it's not easy. Like, how does Spirit fight through this now? Like, this one item on the Yule Scepter, like now this entire combo they're playing through with the global jump by Collapse, it's kind of broken.
Yeah. Yeah, Collapse has not been able to find any footing in this game. No pun intended, of course, because of trample, and he has 4 feet or whatever.
Thank you for explaining.
Yeah, he's got 4 of them, in case you're wondering. Is on all 4s at all times with his huge body, as some would say.
Yeah.
Serpent Ward placed on the tier 2 mid.
That's top.
Man.
We're doing really well today.
Something in the water.
I mean, it might be. You are drinking hot water.
Yeah, it's not the best.
They're TPing again on a ward that they have here.
Collapse
And
in a lot of trouble. He's doomed up and brought down.
Can they find Yotoro?
Find Yotoro? He's out. Could have been worse for Spirit, but still, Collapse's game just feels horrific. But no one. This will be life number 1. He gets graved at the last moment from DM, staying alive. Nothing projection into the heck. Laurel, now in a lot of trouble, pops the blade mail, blinks away, just barely gets out.
Touch.
Is he gonna die? He does, to the poison touch. And somehow, no, finally, they finger him to death, but that's just the Aegis. Spirit are not gonna feel good about this exchange at all.
Yeah, this is they're doing so many good things on the, like PVISION, they have a lot of great vision on the map. Like down bottom, this one ward gave them like 2 kills already. Earlier, I believe it was Yotoro, now Collapse, they go top, and you can just see the strength of this DP pick with the Dazzle. You know, all these haters that are like, oh, heroes are unpicked for a reason. If you find the right moment, nearly any Dota hero can look incredible, and no one, he's showing that just now.
Except for Rubik, if you ask what cost.
And except for you with Marcy, because you think it's the worst hero in the game.
As carry, yeah, absolutely.
It's not the worst carry.
It's pretty bad.
Whatever, no one asked.
PVISION up 8k, and Tormentor time about to come to be.
Yeah, that's going to be a quick 9k lead for them after this.
So this will either be the Foul Play Shard or the Disruptor weird one.
The Thunder Strike.
Where you can put it on the ground.
Yeah, I don't like this one as much. It can be good to like cancel Blink Daggers and whatnot, but they will get the Foul Play, so they're quite happy with this one, as this is a very common move. Wouldn't be surprised if Swerve can try to read it. You take the Torm, there's nothing else for you to really get up here. You flip the map as PVISION. Because even if the smoke fails, it like allows you to push in the next side of the map, and it's perfect timing for the Wisdom Shrine.
Yeah, we're going to have another fight here, perhaps?
We will.
They love their Wisdom Shrine fights. And it looks like it will be given up to PVISION. And I think a lot of this is orchestrated on the fact that Spirit, they want their BKB on Collapse, because he can't find anything right now. He's extremely close to it. And Yotoro actually opting to go for it. So last game he went Mjolnir into Hurricane Pike into BKB. Now he feels like he has to get the BKB a little bit earlier.
Yeah, which, I mean, of course it helps him like stand his ground and team fight, but I'm worried that they have a lack of damage. Like, because BKB, it's not a damage item. Sure, if you have enough damage to follow it up, it can be seen as such, but you're getting a high ground poke here with the Exo for now. Do you want to stay? I think you should. They're not respecting you enough yet, so...
Seems like a pretty strong Exo based on the thickness of the spirits.
Yeah.
They've been on a trip to America. As Laurel will put the push to an end, so get half damage on that tower.
Yeah. Definitely do get quite thick in America. Makes sense.
Yeah, with their bodies.
Funny because it's true. As Deny? No.
No.
Not quite, but still good move. They pressured the tier 3 down bottom, which means they forced all the TPs back from Spirit. BKB.
BKB, there we see the Pulverize now not being cancelled, and they're not able to get the Grave in time for DM. So a kill goes the way of Team Spirit, and this time it doesn't cost them anything other than the BKB charge, effectively.
It is a constant back and forth. You force Spirit back to base, sure, but then they see no one TP out, which means they can try to strike in the mid lane, which they definitely succeeded in, getting DM out of the game.
No one about 1,300 from finishing the BKB for himself, and he's just, it feels like, about an item ahead of everybody on the other side for the Spirit.
Yeah, same with Satanic, who's just 15,000 net worth, level 16 in this game, which means he's higher level than anyone.
Yeah, no big deal.
As Yatoro in trouble.
Yatoro. Satanic, gonna get
Go
blocked by
Sprout.
the Sprout, and just in time for the cancellation. Satanic have another
one.
Infernal Blade for the road. Yatoro, that is death number 5. 1 in 5 for the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, good kill by them. He did get to finish his BKB, so of course, somewhat good news for Spirit here in the meantime. And Collapse is trying to set up something up here in the side lane.
He's gonna show himself, get silenced, blinks out immediately though. As 9 class Glimmer Cape tried to put himself in good position, but the sentry is placed. Pulverize on top. Laurel with the Sonic Wave. It doesn't get a kill thanks to the Innate. Finally, Laurel finishes the job, and now he's silenced, comes back into the Static Storm, but able to walk out for the time being. Impale gives him some space as well, and Laurel blinks away. The Thunder Strike is not going to be enough. Close call for him. But still, all they get is that support.
Yeah, 1-for-1 exchange. I mean, biggest win here for Spirit is the fact that EXO was used, and you got to see a couple heroes on the map, which does give you some space and some breathing room. And how are we doing with some of the other heroes? We have an Aether Lens on Rue, so helping him a bit with the spell casting, of course. Miposhka with the Solar Curse, trying to keep people alive. Some Essence Rings, as always. Lots of mana regen on everyone. Makes sense.
No greed yet.
And I'm going to double check that for you. Not on Rue. I guess people didn't get lucky this time around, Shannon.
That's
no greed.
unfortunate.
We'll check in again on the tier 3 items, which are about to come out very soon.
Keep us surprised.
Surprised or updated?
Apprised.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, keep it up.
Keep it up. Sounds like a mixture of surprised and
Appraisal.
up to date.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it means.
Yeah, keep it up.
Money changes hands.
And Collapse. Now that he has that BKB, I was going to ask, what do you think he goes for? It looks like he's going to set the tone pretty early with the Lincoln Sphere.
Lincolns, yeah. Okay.
So that's for the Doom. That's the one thing that can cancel his pulverized BKB, right?
Yeah, I mean, it matters. I guess Lincoln's is fine. Otherwise, Shiva is also quite good in this game. Like, healing reduction against DP and Dazzle would be huge. Like, you need either healing reduction or straight up damage, but the straight damage is what both Yatoro and Laurel should be looking at, where Spirit are trying to set up something. Have good vision here behind the tower, but Satanic, the best proclaimed carry player of the world, we'll read it for now. Self-proclaimed, of course.
Yep, of course. Keep us apprised.
Yeah, stop talking.
Waiting under the tower, hoping that somebody comes within striking distance. Not to beat, so they'll just claim the tier 1 eventually.
Oh, Primal Beast with his Innate and the Solar Curse. Not the worst at taking down towers, so we'll do that. As we have PV just waiting for the secondary Roshan, which will come into their hands quite shortly. But they did leave the pit, so maybe Roche will get to live a little longer.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
We got a lot of side lane pressure going on. Spirit continuously having one hero up here. Earlier was Collapse, now it's Laurel. So just try and control this a little bit. Give the most useless lane being mid to Yatoro.
Yeah, he's just about to finish the BKB for Laurel.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Hiding in the trees. This is not Wisdom Shrine timing.
No, he just wants to farm some camps.
Yep, smoke from PVISION now looking for a fight, knowing that if they get a pick off, oh, okay, they just go straight into Roche. That's also the option.
Yep.
And the Belch, yeah, Spirit nowhere near, so this they will be giving up.
They will absolutely not fight this one. They are in full lack of damage. You need BKBs on your heroes, and other than that, you need like another round of items. I think Yatoro, until he gets like a Crystallis,
Radiant's bottom tower.
I don't really feel like he deals enough damage. Same with Laurel.
I think Crystallis is on Tundra. But,
Yeah, that's a good one as well. Keep us uprised.
And Laurel going to try to get out of dodge. Will do so. And that BKB finally finished. Satanic with the Aegis this time around. And Spirit
Wow,
just
that's
exiting this
5
entire
Gale
area.
Guards in a row.
Okay.
With 2 greedy enchantments.
Oh, there we go. Of course.
Important to note. It
Four
matters.
of them
Okay.
on one team.
Who got them? Did Miposhka get one? Yeah, Miposhka got the GPM bonus. I mean, he's queuing up a refresher, and trust me, this is good stuff. Obviously, he needs to get there, which means PV gonna look to step up the tempo of the game. They have a siege creep and they have a banner if they want to like do something.
They will.
Yeah.
All right, EXO coming for no one, already pressuring the high ground early on in this Aegis timer. Collapse in the cover of smoke. Throws a rock thanks to the shard. And Yatoro, he gets glimpsed. Okay, away
Jokes
he
on
goes.
you, he will TP.
That gives him a little bit of extra time as the Roche banner eventually is taken out, though. Fortification popped as well. BKB, initiation by Collapse as Yatoro pops the BKB as well. The finger death, it's enough to take out no one right off the bat. And the nostril projection, he's going to be able to grave himself for the time being. As the Doom up was applied to Yatoro, will walk back to base.
They're
as Collapse
DM.
and Laurel just focusing on DM, does not have another grave for the road. So
He
double
died
kill
out.
for Collapse, and yeah, drops in the base thanks to the Doom. And all the while, this Serpent Ward apparently was available, places it down as Satanic taking heavy damage, getting mana drained. They just want everything on this hero. Life number 1 expended. Ducalis, the cover of the Serpent Ward. Satanic wants to continue to
he got it with the rock?
Collapse? Are you serious? My goodness. And he's going to try to go on top of the Doom here. Lotus supply for the time being. Pulverize is available. Satanic goes in for another kill. Laurel's going to take heavy damage. There's the Pulverize. Off cooldown. The glimpse out, though, as Laurel takes the tumble to Satanic, trying to fight his way out of this in a 1 versus 2. That's Collapse with the trample. It's enough. Triple kill for the Primal Beast and Spirit Hold.
This is some absolute cinema gameplay. There's so much kiting going around in this fight as well. Even like Collapse, 9,000 damage dealt throughout this fight. Like with the constant AoE buff he got in. Also, he sniped 9 class, which now allowed him to get the gem as well. I believe that PV had because they had a Lotus Orb on Disruptor. I believe that they had the idea Ducalis will maybe cleanse the global off of DM and they save no one. Because if they lose no one first in the fight, they're in for big trouble, and that's absolutely what happened.
That was a sick fight. That brings us close to even, I would say. I mean, not even a tower taken in that push. And that's the Aegis down for a very long time in terms of the Roche timer.
You gotta be careful. I will say that PVISION, from what I've seen, they're a little bit notorious when it comes to throwing around the high ground. I've heard Destiny talk about the same thing. So
and what better team to defend high ground than Team Spirit?
Yeah, and you're kind of messing up a fight where Spirit, I would say they're not that strong yet. Like they're still about to be strong, where we see Yatoro tick out in the fountain. We'll have the baseball snipe soon from Collapse later. So here he knows 9 class is walking away. Pay attention to the rocks.
Oh my.
It's coming soon.
Collapse. Long range. And it's off screen.
Did he even mean to hit
I
him?
don't know. We're back on live though as a Sonic Wave coming out. Collapse with the trample to follow. They were able to get the roster to start things out. No one already pops the Exo with the BKB. TP attempt for Yatoro. He does get out just in time. That was such little HP. And now Exo used with very little effect in the end.
Yeah, absolutely big stuff. PV very close there to killing Yatoro. I will say they might have to take a breather. Make sure that you chill out, take a proper fight next, because obviously you are ahead. Satanic is having a great game, as is no one. But a couple of these small mistakes could lead into some bigger stuff. Exo now on cooldown, which allows Spirit to take over the map.
And Collapse with the Lincolns now. Despite having that rough start of the game, they could not get the Global Silence Pulverize combo at all going, thanks to the early Yules from no one. And now with the mass BKBs, really finding his footing is Collapse.
Miposhka has a refresher in 700 gold. This is no joke. Yeah, greed is good. I mean, I will say, when it comes to like scaling supports or getting high net worth on supports, I trust Miposhka perhaps the most out of any +5 player. His Disruptor, his Enchantress. In this game, it's going to be the Silencer. Because double global, like so many of these heroes rely purely on their spells. Rasta, Disruptor, and most importantly, DM on the Dazzle.
Collapse with a shield rune. I think he has the highest strength game in the game, if I'm not mistaken, so...
Yeah, this hero...
It's an absurd amount of HP.
I think Primal Beast is the best active rune hero anyway. Like, amplified damage is good, haste is good, shield rune as well. Like, this guy is nearly unkillable.
Illusions are incredible on him, because he gets really big.
Oh,
he gets
nice.
3 bodies.
3 big
as
bodies.
You like to say.
Yeah.
That's your word of the tournament.
Glad you picked up on that one.
They're smoked up now.
Looking for something. I mean, the map is not in the best state.
No, but they do find an amplified damage rune.
Yeah, you give it... Probably give the bottle to Satanic again. Just kidding, you don't.
Yeah, he wasted it last time. No one's like, I'm not making that mistake.
That's true. He's like, bro, you don't know how it works.
You're not the best carry in the world. Good effort, though. And TP attempt for Miposhka not going to be there. So it will be an easy kill for the likes of PVISION.
He got the refresher in the meantime. You think this guy cares about this death? Absolutely not.
40 gold extra on top.
Yeah.
Just in time. Man.
Yotaro getting the shard. So
I mean, the issue, if you blow him up, though, he doesn't have the buyback global.
That's true.
But he does have the greed to get there again.
Now, he's going to start scaling too. Like, you can get some Aghanim Scepter on the Silencer later if you want. Because Spirit, the next round of items is very, very strong. Like, I don't think they were equipped that strong when it came to fighting them, but you got the shards and the Crystallis onto Yotaro, which means more damage, and you can go into the back line, show all the heroes during the global, make it easier for Collapse and Lara to come into the fight. Tormentor coming out. Who shall get this one? There's no one. Pretty good. Get a bonus Siphon, you get the fear.
That's nice. Of course, not going to do too much during the BKB timings. After the fact could be quite valuable. And like you said, Daedalus getting relatively close for Yotaro.
It's a big one. Same with this refresher on Collapse. Saw it yesterday. I believe we had like a third item refresher yesterday on Marine's Primal Beast. Just the double BKB, double round of spells from all of the stuff. So strong. There's a 9 class getting a couple Lotuses, which is of course great on the roster. Both for himself and to save other people later on.
Satanic has a lot of Reavers in his future, it seems. Messerschmitt's Reavers.
Oh yeah, good old Dota one.
Classic.
I mean, he wants the overwhelming Blink and also the Satanic. Of course, isn't that close yet. I mean, he's got a good scoreline again and great net worth, but I would
Spirit
say
on the hunt.
Yeah, what is here? A Shield Rune. That we...
Oh, no one blinks in. See if they actually want to go for this. The rock does hit him directly in the face. That's all they're gonna... That's a lot of extra HP for no one. They do have to be a bit careful. They don't have a Yules to just dispel it either.
Might just have to leave him for a bit.
And can we check if 33 is in the studio here?
I mean, he is playing later. He might be pre-checking the lights.
It's like, I'm sorry, everybody. Can we just hold on here? Can we get a quick pause? I just need to investigate.
Yeah, the stage is too bright.
All right, need to tone that down a little bit.
Well, apparently,
Laurel and company, they're not too bothered by the lights here. They're used to the big stage.
Collapse is smiling.
That's not Collapse.
He was there before.
Don't you know your bodies when you see them?
I do. I do. But he was there before. I was waiting for you to finish your point, something you don't have the manners for.
That's true. I am American after all.
Yeah.
So. Miposhka now with that refresher is going to show it.
Just kind of standing his ground. Will force no one away.
Okay, tell me, if you're PVISION, I mean, this is, I feel like, a recurring thing that you can ask in any Silence game to get this form.
Yeah.
How do you fight into double global? Like, other than being able to find the jump onto Miposhka immediately, are you looking to try to bait it out and then reset, but then you still have to worry about the second one?
You don't have the best heroes at like baiting and resetting because your spells are kind of like you pop them and you kind of try to win within that time, right, with the Extra and the Doom. So you either itemize for it, which they have kind of with a couple of Lotus Orbs. They have one on Dookie on the Disruptor and one on DM on the Dazzle. I mean, the best thing you can do is you smoke around and you kill him first. You can make that happen. Otherwise, you need to have a strict plan of positioning. How are we stacking the Lotus Orbs? Maybe they save both for Dazzle during the globals. Maybe they just make sure that no one can be the body going in, which is of course important for them being the body.
Yep, of course.
So we have a refresher onto Collapse. Please read the clock here, Shannon. It's a longer respawn.
It's a long one. Yeah. I'm going to say that that is 2 minutes.
I'm going to say that it can't be 2 minutes because the max spawn is 1:30. Is that correct?
It's 2 minutes. It's bugged.
I'm saying it's 1 minute.
I'm going to say it's the whole thing then. I'm going to say it's a full timer.
You're smart. Being from America, that checks out.
We don't do analog very well. No one in the cover of smoke now. They know he's here though, as he pushes out the top lane.
Well, he did get himself some good talents as well on the DP. 400 bonus HP on the level 20, of course. So sitting at 3,500 on his little strength strats. Level 24 on Satanic. He very likely wants to get the 25 talent done. It's not far away from it.
Smoke's about to be popped here.
They see no one, but they need to break his Lincolns if they want Collapse to grab him.
The rock does hit. They blink in, use the Yules, and gets the BKB off though. Pulverize into the Sonic Wave. No one destroyed. And just like that, PVISION now on the retreat. Ducalis, he's going to get graved. As the BKB pop for a collapse as well. Satanic's going to get off the Doom onto the Queen of Pain, who at least finds the support kill. It's going to be the cost of Laurel, though, so a 2 for 1. And Roche still not up, by the way.
Yeah.
It is basically the full timer.
It is the full timer. But, I mean, at this point, Spirit are happy about this one. They get 2 kills. They again burst no one. And this, it's the entire name of the game. If you kill no one first, PVISION's lineup, it breaks. It fully breaks apart. Doom will also be on cooldown here as Spirit take over the area.
That Serpent Ward still something to be annoyed with. It's actually still having an effect. Poison touch upon him. Actually, they used a link as on Miposhka to try to save his life as the finger of death onto the Rasta. Looks like the silencer does fall at the exchange of 9 classes Rasta.
Miposhka basically died to just non-heroes.
Yeah, pretty
enough for
much.
projection and the Serpent Ward.
Okay, well, they're going to attempt Roche.
Well,
and PVISION, they do not want to give this up.
No, they have no one available in 10 seconds, so they need to make some time, try to defend the area a bit.
Rock not going to hit this time as Satanic gets really deep, but Roche is not even a half HP yet. Attempted TP from Yatoro is successful. Now Satanic in the pit, going to focus on the Roche's body.
Yeah, but Yatoro, okay, he's trying to pressure bottom. Do Spirit not want to contest this? I feel like they could look.
Tail onto 2.
Maybe not.
They're actually going to give this up. Okay, Yatoro gets the Hex and collapse into the pit with the trample. The Grave is going to save Satanic for the time being. As Roshan extremely large snatched by Collapse. He's going to use life number 1, and now Satanic with the BKB stuck inside the Sprout, trying to run away. But he's met with the Sonic Wave from Laurel. Destroys him as Yatoro still in the pit. Getting on with the Exorcism. That's a lot of damage applied. He's going to go down. Double kill for no one. As attempted TP by the Dazzle is successful.
Glimmer.
As Collapse and Laurel are going to try to focus onto no one. The Rock does hit. Shackle, though, onto the Quap inside the pit. No one might find the distance to get out. And Laurel, is he actually going to die here? No. Blinks out just barely with enough time. And Collapse is going to be pushed into the pit thanks to the innate from Ducalis. Another Shackle, this time onto Miposhka. That's going to cost the life of the Rasta, though. Yatoro focusing on the Rasta ward. Looks like he's going to TP to try to find some more.
There's so many players that had so many small things individually in this fight. Collapse got off so many rounds as well. Same with 9 class. He was alive for so long. But it all started with Yatoro popping in the Sprout, using his shard and seeing Satanic. Continuously getting to hit him as 9 class is stealing the gem with his courier, it looks like. But that is a buyback from Yatoro.
Yeah.
And the Age is also immediately taken out of the game.
40 seconds of no Doom, though.
No Exo also for also 40 seconds. So if you're PVISION, gonna have to stop the push somehow.
Treants will be tanking a very little amount as Yatoro is going to right-click outside of range. Not through projection. Going to be slightly annoying. Fortification pops. So 15 seconds for Satanic to get back in the game. Roche's banner placed.
But that's also no Dazzle ult for a little bit to go here. Half a minute.
Actually going to back away, so Roche's banner not used to any effect, really.
Well, looks like Spirit will call it quits, at least for the time being. Also, someone passed Yatoro the Refresher Shard in the Roche fight. Wasn't put to best use, but they tried to squeeze him a secondary BKB for him. PVISION looking for an aggressive smoke here.
Satanic leading the way on this Doom. I mean, if they find one pick off, especially if it's Yatoro, that'll open up the base.
Yeah. They have to pay attention, though, to these Lincoln Spheres. Team Spirit, they have 3. You can, of course, stack them on top of each other, especially against this Doom timing. Laurel on the high ground.
He spots it out. Sonic Wave and the finger to call us goodbye. What? Satanic?
Insta-kill.
The overwhelming blink into one right click apparently is enough at this stage of the game. So support for support.
Yeah, both teams striking the moment they can. Satanic will TP out, going... Oh, he wants to finish his Satanic himself to try and stay alive through the next fights. But let's see. So Miposhka, he loves this item combo. The Solar Crest Vlads as 9 class doesn't like this combo. He's dead.
He sure is. So 2 supports there for PVISION.
Buffing up your strong cores, as Miposhka has, of course, the Solar Crest of Vlads, the Refresher to back up his own global. During the smoke can place a nice base ward here.
Yeah, we should mention, of course, Satanic did hit level 25 a while back, so has
Yeah.
the mute on Doom now, one of the most powerful 25 talents in the game.
I mean, that's why it's so important that Spirit have their own timings with the triple Lincolns.
Yeah, and we're seeing 25 talent for Yatoro be put to good use. The constant teleportation, no cooldown.
Yeah.
Any other 25s that are coming up that you think are extremely important? I mean, if Collapse, depending on what he goes for, the pulverized duration, I would assume. If he gets a full duration pulverize.
It's, no, Primal's 25 talent, incredibly important, because how do they really stop it? He would have to get doomed, and they could theoretically stack Lincolns on him.
Yeah.
And then they have no, like, the counterplay, sure, they all have to use spells, trigger it, and then doom, but it's still hard. You don't know how many Lincolns are on him, so that, of course, matters.
I'll say no greed item for Ducalis, so we're not going to be seeing an Aghanim Scepter or anything of the like, because that could have huge impact on the game.
Yeah, he would have needed to kept his level 3 item, didn't do so, has the crossbow. I mean, we'll see. I wouldn't mind if he does try to fully, you know, get towards the Ags. I mean, game is quite even, but it feels a bit easier for Spirit to execute these fights. They have more initiation, like the straight-up link stun from the Lion. Same with Collapse's Primal Beast.
Got another incredible game. Man, after the group stage was not pretty, I'll just say that.
The group stage was not it, but this is...
The playoffs have definitely delivered, and I know there's some controversy over the single elimination. I kind of like having this every once in a while.
Well, it definitely makes
So
these
much
games
pressure.
very hype. And very stressful for the players, let me tell you that. Like, you know you have one chance and that's it.
Which is why the lights are really important to deal with beforehand. A lot on the line. A little bit of a lull in action. I mean, the Roche, the Aegis was consumed immediately.
Yeah.
So that's why the wait for the next Roche is going to be
They should know that there's a base ward. I believe Satanic was hit in the base by the Wrath of Nature, so they will clear that one.
All right, smoke from PVISION. They want to fight.
But Spirit saw a lot of them in their own base, so let's see who wants to end up showing on the map here for PVISION. Or I'd expect Spirit to kind of read this move. As I like this, you give the wards to Yatoro. Being level 25, he can be anywhere at any point.
Yeah, that's very nice to have. 25 talent for Laurel is now up and running, so just extra damage on the Sonic Wave.
Yeah, more burst. I mean, pure damage is definitely the more the merrier for them. It's all about bursting any hero on this map against this Dazzle.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So Satanic is complete. Probably wants to have some buyback gold. Need to also remember Doom needs more buyback than other heroes because of the facet. Don't want to mess up that one.
Yep, luckily Valve has made it quite easy to understand that now.
Yeah.
With all the tooltips.
Well, thankfully so. It was also bugged at some point.
That's okay. Game's in beta. Yeah, look at that. That's very pretty.
Yeah. And wants a butterfly later. Okay.
They collapse with the Ags. So in terms of break, nothing really.
Yeah, not really the best breaks, but just more, kind of more damage for him, which is great. Just like more AoE.
I mean, breaking Satanic's crit, I guess. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, it helps, but I would say it's like more just for his own damage for later. And you have such high AoE with this facet.
You mentioned the Shivas, but
they
does not have it.
They had one queued up earlier on Laurel, so yeah, I would be surprised if they don't get it on their next round of items, at least on one of them. But yeah, their game is stalling a bit, as both teams of course know. It's not that easy to engage. No one wants his 25 talent. Likely will go the bonus level of Exorcism, basically, where you get 8 spirits.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so some more damage output for him.
Wait, what is the other one?
It's the Spirit Siphon cooldown, the replenish. Right. Which it's also good, but generally I would say the bonus level Exo is kind of nice.
Yeah, well, his issue is he's dying right away.
Yeah.
I mean, this might be a game for Eon Disc, I feel like, if he's having this much issue.
Yeah, it could be good.
Problem is, what do you backpack?
It's hard. I mean, he can eat his Ags, right? That can help. You could also look for, like, a heart. I mean, he's currently looking to just get a Wind Waker to try and live through. But Wind Waker won't help him if he's getting gone on. He will obviously rely on his teammates to try and save him.
But that is a terrific save for Pulverize.
Yeah.
On your teammate.
So...
Butterfly, all right.
Likely his idea might be that he doesn't want to be the guy getting gone on first. He will counterplay Spirit's initiation with the Wind Waker. So I kind of like that line of thought, if that's what they have in mind. Yeah, we'll have to wait for the Roche.
All right, this is, I want to say, a minute.
Yeah. This looks pretty correct.
Yatoro with the casual TP on self.
Giving himself a barrier.
Good stuff. And Miposhka with the shard. A late game. Yeah, this is
a late game brain drain.
Yeah, that was the last remaining one, so was no luck involved.
So let's see. Roche area, ever so important. I mean, every team that plays Dire side, they basically plays this ward when it comes to the Roche time. Satanic currently scouting.
See them go for the monocle a lot, actually.
Just the attack range is also pretty nice.
Yeah.
So having both the cats in attack range helps you quite a lot. Could also allow him to hit through the Sprout. I mean, he kind of has to save Harpoon for that anyway. It's kind of annoying to play around that.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower
Acronym
is
Scepter
under
for
attack.
his next item, potentially. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting pretty full slotted apart from a Moon Shard. We'll have to see if Spirit, do they want to try and put Yatoro down here, apply some pressure while the Roshan spawns to, kind of pressure PVISION into, a bad decision? Because they know that there's a potential that Spirit can play the clock on you.
Okay, Snake in the pit.
Can he keep it alive?
Yeah, he's going to turn Roche into a giant chicken. There's some vision now for Spirit with the tree ants.
I think this...
This is already at half HP just from a position 4. Now the tree ant's going to come in to fully scout. It's an army of them as Roche destroys
the roar.
them. And Satanic into the pit. The Rasta ward will fall. Eventually, surely, they're going to jump in. No one with the silence, but the counter initiation now from Team Spirit. The Hex, the Force Staff. Queen of Pain is fine. Satanic in
Roche
the
is
pit.
low.
Collapse goes in again. Can he do it for a second time? He does! Unbelievable from Collapse. They're going to be able to get the Rasta. He has the Active Scepter now as the Uproar is doing a lot of damage. As no one again gets bursted by everybody. Now the age is consumed and Satanic and company just getting kited. Global Silence comes out from Miposhka. And Satanic stuck inside the Sprout again. Double buyback from PVISION. DM, he's left to his own devices. They're buying back on everybody.
Crumbling.
They're just feeding left, right, and center. Another Pulverize with the BKB activated. It's a full duration from Collapse. Trying to get Night Class because everything at this point will be a dieback. Yatoro focusing on the Rasta. Now trying to get Satanic with the Sonic Wave. He's going to get bursted to the ground again as they call GG. And somehow Team Spirit 2-0 in convincing fashion in this last fight. They didn't lose basically anybody.